Here we are then, waiting for the green lights to get qualifying underway for the British Grand Prix.
Hello everyone, my name is Nunu. Today we're back with F1 2018 career mode for the British Grand Prix. Going straight into qualifying, we're going to see how good of a lap we can get out of these tyres, out of the car, out of the setup. The setup was absolutely dope. I absolutely love this track. It's so high downforce. It's so nice to drive. It was one of the best, but you can see we have a fault right there, a 3-minute fault, which we also had a last time around, which was just 1 minute last time around in Austria. Make sure to go check that one out if you haven't done that yet. So coming on to a flying lap, we're going to of course see how fast we can go going into the arena section. It's important to get a good exit off the right off the bat. But you can see here we have some insane clips going through cops here, which looks absolutely insane. We run a little bit wide, lose a little bit of time coming into the Maggots and Beckett's, which is absolutely insane to drive through as well. This track is just generally insane. It's so fun to drive around with high downforce. You of course need you of course don't need to have too low drag, because you'll just miss it all off coming into the last chicane here before the bat. Just want to get off to a good exit, and we get off to an okay exit, and coming up to the line, it is going to be a 1 minute 26.1 and provisional pole position for us at the moment. Alonso in second place, which is of course very expected. So we speed it up, and you can see right there at the end, Fernando Alonso managed to overtake us. It's just 300ths of a second he's in front of us. So it's a McLaren 1-2 on the grid with Ferrari right behind us, and then Red Bull right behind us, then a Force India and a Renault, and then the two Mercedes again. They're not having a great season, are they? Yet they're not like in real life, sadly. And then you have the bottom qualifiers if you just wanted to look at them very fast. But we're gonna put on a new MG UK because it begun to get a bit worn. But it's beginning to get that time of the year. But let's get into the race here at Silverstone.
We're right back where it all began. The very first World Championship Grand Prix was held here at Silverstone in 1950, with Giuseppe Farina taking the top step of an all-Alfa Romeo podium. He earned 9 championship points that day on his way to the inaugural title. His winning total at the season's end, just 30 points. My, how times have changed. So let's see who can reach the top step of the modern podium today.
Thank you for that introduction, Crafty, but I'm going to take over the commentary box now, or whatever you want to call it here at the Silverstone track. Absolutely insane track. All of the corners are lovely. There's not a single corner that I don't like personally. This is one of my favorite tracks in pretty much all games that we have. But we're going to stretch the soft tires as long as possible, go onto the medium tires in later in the race. I quite like the overcut on this game for some reason. It's just a bit more funny and challenging as we're on the grid for 5 red lights, and the lights are out, and we're underway for 13 laps around the Silverstone circuit. Alonso gets off to a very good start. Then Sebastian Vettel up on us instantly. We get off to a terrible start there. Sebastian Vettel overtaking us instantly, and Ricciardo may even be able to get us into turn 3 there, as Sebastian Vettel and Alonso has already gone far ahead there. So it's a relatively clean start. No crashes yet, which may come later, because all of the high downforce tracks to overtake is going to be quite a hard thing. But as we have quite a clean start there, we lost the position to Sebastian Vettel. You can see they're already so far ahead after 1 lap. Fernando also getting 131.2 on the first lap of the race, which is quite insane from him. Fernando also feel like he's going to have another dominant race. There's run a little bit wide going into cops, as Ricciardo here is he gonna have the run on us going into the Maggots and Beckett's there. As we squeeze him out onto the grass. He gets onto the curb there, and Max Verstappen is straight into the back of them. There's no crashes, so so that was kind of our fault there. But I just got understeer. I just couldn't really. I forgot I had a heavy car, and I did in qualifying there. Raikkonen streaming straight past us with that DRS there, so we lost the position to Raikkonen there, but we also kind of fended off Ricciardo in a kind of evil way, which wasn't really supposed to happen, to be honest. But now Ricciardo's just trying to find a gap. We're just trying to find a gap past Raikkonen. Ricciardo's just trying to find a gap past us. Of course, that is how racing is. But as we have the slipstream coming into Cops, I'm going to go for the overtake, not this lap, because Cops is an absolutely insane corner to overtake on. We get a little bit loose on the exit, but we have the DRS down the hanger straight. We turn to the inside, going into Stowe, and we are going to get him here for the inside, going into 5th gear, taking a lot of curb there. So we're up into 3rd place. So it's a dramatic battle at the moment for the last podium place there, as Raikkonen comes into the pits on lap number 4. Wait, yeah, I think, no, who was it that came into the pits? I don't know, but, so here we have Fernando Alonso and Sebastian Vettel, who's going to come into the pits. Yes, it was Raikkonen that came into the pits on the lap before, but we're cruising around, still on the track, trying to see how fast of a lap we can get in, see if we can make the overcut work. Maybe not on Alonso and Vettel, because they're so far ahead. It's absolutely insane. As we're here on lap number 5 or 6, we're going to come into the pits. I think it's lap number 5, yes. So we're going to come into the pits for the medium tyres. From the soft tyres, which we of course used in qualifying. And you can see rejoining from the pitch, we're side by side with Kimi Raikkonen. We're going to squeeze him tight, so he has to take a tight apex, and we just get the position coming out of the pits in 3rd place. So he almost made the undercut work, but we did some defensive driving into the first couple of corners there. As he comes back with the slipstream and the DRS, we choose the defensive line. Raikkonen tries to go around the outside there to make a bit of contact with his barge boards, but it's just a marginal contact. It wasn't really too much going into the Luffield section and stuff. Lap 8 at the moment. Who's gonna get the 3rd place? It could be me, it could be Raikkonen, it could be Ricciardo as well, as he tries to go for the move down the inside of Copse. We try to keep it around the outside. We just squeeze through on the curb there, coming into Mackett and Beckett. We're side by side here, but he ends out on top of that one. But we have the DRS down the long hanger straight. We have the slipstream. We're going to turn it up to overtake mode, and we're going to get him easily right off the line there. We're going to pull to the outside of the next corner down the long hanger straight there. Ricciardo kind of being behind, waiting for a gap to open so he can slip through if anything is going to happen in this race. Now here we have down the long start-finish straight. We have Raikkonen trying to go around the outside of turn 1. What is he doing? He gets understeer, and then Ricciardo slips through. So it's a dramatic battle for 3rd place we're having at the moment there, as Ricciardo tries to go down the inside. Down the inside of us, down at the Luffield section. He doesn't get it, and I don't know if there was a bit of contact between them there. Between Raikkonen and Ricciardo there, but I don't think there was. So 4 laps remaining to defend our position for 3rd place. Seeing if we can get we won't complete our team goal. We had to win the race if we would want to complete our team goal, because of the terrible result we had last time around. So here you have Daniel Ricciardo cruising around in 5th place. Of course, he could go to 3rd any moment. If me and Raikkonen collide together or anything. But we're going to see how clean we can keep it for the last couple of laps of Raikkonen trying to go down the inside. We'll see if we can just get this switchback moves, but he kind of parks his car in the apex, so that is not going to be an availability. We're going to go in for the late apex to see if we can get off to a bit of a better exit. We have the slipstream down towards Copse, which is of course one of the stupidest corners to overtake on, but because it's so fast, it's almost flat out. In race pace here, as we're coming into the Maggots and Beckett's complex here. We're so close to each other, racing right behind us. We try to go for the move around the outside there. We make a little bit of contact with him, and we just manipulate our way through on the exit of that. I see we have one of the Williams, I think it was Lance Stroll there, who pulls out to the side. He has an engine issue, so he has to retire for another race. Of course, last season, he was kind of a meme of all the retirements he had. That Williams really needs some reliability. It's so unreliable here, as we have Kimi Raikkonen trying to go down the inside. Ricciardo's kind of lost out in the back there. So now, no, this is not Ricciardo. This is Alonso and Vettel fighting it out for the race win. They're so far ahead of us. We can't even see them. If you take a look at the map, they're a sector ahead at least. As we're coming into the last lap here through Copse. We don't want to lose our position. We just have to keep it nice and clean. Concentrate for the last couple of corners here through Maggots and Beckett's. And we're hopefully going to cruise home to get a podium as we run deep into the part of the Maggots and Beckett's that's called Chaplin. We get up to a pretty bad exit to the hang straight. Coming around the last corner, race winners Fernando Alonso with Vettel taking home 2nd place. So they're going to catch up to us. It's both of our rivals that has finished in front of us, so it's not good for us, of course, but we still have the championship lead, but they're going to catch up so much to us, so it is still a podium for us here at the Silverstone Grand Prix. Way better than last season, of course. A terrible race last season, retired after just 5 corners or something, but I would check that one out if you haven't. So it was Kimi Raikkonen finished behind us, Daniel Ricciardo in 5th place, Lewis Hamilton, the home hero, quite a far away behind as well, to be honest. So not a great day for the Mercedes again. They have such a bad season, so it's still a 1-2 for McLaren. You can see that Alonso is 2 points behind, Vettel is 13 points behind, so It could change from one race to another. Who has that championship lead? Constructor champion. We're leading at the moment, but it could be a double retirement for us and a 1-2 for Ferrari, and they would take that lead back. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.